Thank you very much, and I'm really happy and grateful that you all came back from lunch. I know it's difficult because it's great to network in this wonderful place and great conference. So thank you very much for inviting clinics this year. And it's my first time in this conference, and I'm delighted I could share actually something about our experience. So my name is Joanna Bensz. I'm just going to figure out, here. I called it the art of longevity because, of course, we are in the medical field. There's a lot of science behind it, but actually how we make it practical, there is a lot of art in that as well. So again, I'm the founder and CEO of Longevity Group and Longevity Centers. Longevity Centers are medical centers focusing on implementing longevity science and advancement into the medical field and making it practical and usable for general population. These are some of my results because we are, together with my doctors, we are testing everything on ourselves. And before we actually test something on our clients, we also want to understand how to correlate it, not only to do biological ages, but also to correlate it with everything else that we are able to test. So together with my partner, Prince Michael of Liechtenstein, we have started about 5 years ago. This was our first center in Warsaw. And our focus is really healthy longevity. So we don't overpromise our clients to live to 120 or beyond, but we really want them to live as long as possible and to focus on risk factors that might actually limit their healthy longevity, their wellness, their well-being, and their day-to-day joy. Joy is a very important part in everything what we do. You don't expect it in medicine, but we want our clients not only to be healthy, but we want our clients to really enjoy life. This is our wonderful advisory board, which we're expanding, so more great advisors coming soon. What we are doing is we are trying to bring together the medical best practices in preventive medicine, in also personalized medicine, but also include genetics, epigenetics, biological ages, hallmarks of aging, and I'm going to come back to that because most of our interventions and especially diagnostics are around hallmarks of aging. But also very much we connect psychological with the physical aspects of health. To date, we have about 2,000 clients, well tested. We do quite a lot of testing on our clients to really understand their holistic aspects of their health. And to our surprise, because when we started 5 years ago, we thought that there would be people in their 50s and 60s, but actually, with time, we have younger and younger customers. And most of our clients are between 30 and 55. Since last year, 2023, we also have a special program for kids, and I will shortly talk about that. Majority of our customers coming to a longevity clinic, and I believe this will be also with other clinics, these are pretty healthy individuals that are interested in living longer, in understanding how to improve their current state of health, how to avoid certain or how to mitigate some of the risk factors connected with aging and connected with lifestyle. We have also athletes, high performance individuals, but also secondary prevention. So somebody that already had certain health conditions and they were told by doctors to live healthier, and usually they are not being advised how to do it. So we are also helping with that. You might have seen a similar slide. We are really going in longevity-focused medicine or longevity medicine from sick care to healthcare. So we really try to be more system-based rather than just organ-based and focus on just one area of your health, and more proactive than reactive, and also preventive and personalized as possible. On the other side, we are trying to have more customers and make certain standardized solutions, but actually we are trying to be as personalized as possible. I mentioned already that longevity is really not only about your physical health, but it's really, really important. And with the years of experience, we see that even more important than we thought, the mental and emotional aspects of your health, which very strongly influence your physical. We know that we all get old. I know in this audience especially, maybe I shouldn't say it so straight out, but also we know that we all age somehow differently, and also each of our organ ages differently. But what we also see in our clinic, where we're not only focusing on testing, but also we have a lot of interventions, we react differently to different interventions. And therefore, I'm coming back to this is a bit of an art of longevity. The way we set up our client journey, for us, it's very important to observe the progress in customers. So first of all, we do a very comprehensive longevity checkup, which usually takes about 5 hours, 6 hours in the context of more extensive tests, sometimes 2 to 3 days. And then we are preparing an individualized longevity plan, which includes a number of interventions. Today, as Brian Kennedy mentioned already, we have quite a number of lifestyle interventions and also technological interventions that are already available, and that some of them are very strongly validated. And so we use a lot of that. And very often, not only checkups, not only then 12 months program, which most of our clients actually with us longer than 12 months. We do reassessment after 3 years, after 3 months, then 6 months, and then after 1 year. Our journey starts with self-assessment, with lifestyle assessment, with various aspects of your physical health, genetic predispositions, epigenetics, and different aspects of biological aging. And then we do also very detailed analysis of your medical condition. This is just a basic analysis. We can go much deeper but you can do as many tests as you want, but we need to be also reasonable, because the client has to understand and our doctor have to make sense out of all of those tests. And the most interesting is actually correlations. I already mentioned we very much refer to hallmarks of aging in everything that we try to implement. So from diagnostics, we try to understand how most of the diagnostics that we use correlate with various aspects of hallmarks of aging that are available today. This is what the Longevity Center in Warsaw looks like. We try to be medical, but on the other side, we try to be also very technically advanced, technologically advanced, and also we didn't want our centers to look like a hospital. So we have a team of doctors, but also nutritionists and psychologists, sleep experts, very strongly working together towards your personal goals. And then the client is receiving health report, which is again very personalized, and it's a result of a consilium of discussion that the doctors have before we come back with a number of recommendations. Of course, the report is much bigger than the 3 pages. What is very, very important is to have the right doctors analyzing your data. We are privileged to work with some of the really very experienced doctors. Robert is here with me. He's a medical director in Warsaw. Anna Erad is our medical director in Switzerland. We are in Zurich since August last year, so it's our new center. And most of our doctors are specializing in certain particular area, of course, like most of the doctors. But then we are trying to make all our doctors being experts actually in many different fields, with the use of technology, but also with the use of connecting with all the experts that we are collaborating with in the company. What is really, really important for us, and I think this is a huge potential going forward, is the data correlation. And we are still learning as we go, because there are not too many clinics yet that use all those biological ages in the same context or do the same correlations. So we are learning quite a lot together with our clients, and also to see which interventions actually work best. So we generate a lot of data points per customer. And so you can imagine that this is going to be quite an... Okay, our organization looks a little bit different in terms of how we make sense of the data, but this shows you that we're really having quite a number of results per person that we have to make sense of. Once we do that, and the client is receiving a report and recommendations, we are dividing our services into the 12 months plan is around different areas of your health. So you might choose to really focus on your metabolic and nutrition, sport and performance, brain and memory. Sometimes we do everything at the same time, but actually, being human, we don't like the change in generally. So we like to go in small steps, and we start with certain interventions or recommendations that we see that start working and start being effective, and are more motivating for our customers to do. Somehow I'm going back. Interventions today, and there's a number of them. I mean, we have in the clinic, we have also hyperbaric chamber, cryo, red light, different types of red light technologies that we use for full body and also brain stimulation. We have floating. We have a number of different equipments that we use depending on which specific area you would like to improve. For example, in metabolic and nutrition, we focus on your metabolic monitoring, but first of all, we try to understand really your metabolic health. So from your microbiome to mitochondrial health to food intolerances, and of course the general condition of your health. But then we also look at your performance and your VO2 max and try to correlate that. And then at home you use different devices that we have available. But also we do personalized nutrition, personalized supplementation, and then you have a contact with our dietitian, and you're going to be monitored. Then sport and performance, we use more and more the adaptive training solutions. Of course, a lot of our clients have their own personal trainers or their own training regime, but also we can help in this area. We like adaptive training because some of these machines are not only testing, but also giving us recommendations on how to personalize your training to make it more effective, but also more safe in terms of your health risks. And this are some other, as you can see, we are using a lot of our equipment ourselves. Brain and memory, it's not only with regards to aging and potential risk for Alzheimer or dementia, but also very much we focus on the functional aspects of your brain, how to improve your focus, concentration, memory, but also sleep. We deal a lot with stress and different aspects connected. We have a very complex, I think I have a different presentation that I had in mind, but we can work with that. There's a lot of different technologies that are today available. We don't use everything at once. We personalize it to our clients. This is just an example of what we are using in the clinic in terms of the 12 months context. We are developing also a separate line for clients that are not able to come to our clinic, but then would like to start with longevity services. So we have certain tests and also certain products that can be sent to clients' home. This is a new area for us, so we are still learning how this is going to be growing. We are also developing more and more products. At the moment, we started with mono supplements, which are very, very well absorbable. And then we are going to be definitely growing this area as well. What we also do in the clinic, because to bring new doctors, nutritionists, and experts, we had to onboard them every time we started a new, we had a new person joining. So we had to do this onboarding so many times that we decided we have to do an academy for internal but also external use. So now we are going to start actually providing this as a separate service also for external specialists, especially in nutrition and also other doctors. We have also Skin and Body Lab. We are focusing on skin more as an organ. We are not really in aesthetic medicine, but we have certain regeneration technologies that are already available and that we are testing in the clinic. What we are also doing as a center, we are involved in together with our non-profit organization that we are supporting, International Institute of Longevity. For the first time last year, we have organized the first roundtable of longevity clinics, because I think it was already mentioned, we really need best practices, we really need guidelines, we really, especially in the medical setting for doctors that are there facing the customers and trying to bring the best technology and the best solutions to have validated recommendations. So last year at the Bach Institute for Research on Aging, with the support of Eric, we have organized the first roundtable, and we will have very soon results in our white paper with recommendations of what we see today. So this was last year. There was a number of clinics that we considered to be following best practices at the time. And then we are planning to do it every year. This year we have it at the end of December in the same location at the Bach Institute. So please save the date for that. And as a company, how we grow, we are now expanding through licensing. We are at the moment in the process of discussing about 10 new locations, but in different parts of the world, through partnerships and licensing. And I think this is an also interesting potential to grow our model internationally. And with that, I think I saved 9 minutes then. So.